Sage had one secret she could not let her alpha discover. She was pregnant by the man who had just abandoned her for his fated mate. If she failed to secure another bond, her unborn child could lose the protection of the pack. And standing before her was Noah, the powerful, arrogant alpha notorious for never settling down. Desperate, Sage heard herself ask the impossible. "What about you?" Noah stared at her. "You're really that desperate?" She fled before he could give her a real answer. Chapter 1. It begins with a fated bond. True mates finding each other. Only this time, the bond does not belong to Sage. It belongs to a girl named Phoebe and Ben, the man Sage was supposed to spend the rest of her life with, the man she was supposed to mate. "I'm sorry," Ben says. As though those two words are supposed to make anything better. They do not. Sage does not want his apology. She does not want regret or pity. She wants him to love her again. But when she looks into the familiar face she once believed she would wake beside for the rest of her life, she finds no trace of that love. Once, simply looking at Ben had filled her with warmth. Now everything feels unreal. Like being caught in a violent storm, thrown between waves while struggling to keep her head above water. Like drowning. Except Sage refuses to drown. She should have seen this coming. Ben proposed. Sage accepted. Their mating ceremony was only 2 weeks away. Everything had been decided. Then Ben met Phoebe, human Phoebe, a student during the day and a bartender at night. Completely ordinary Phoebe, until she turned out to be Ben's fated mate. "Please say something," Ben whispers. What is Sage supposed to say? He is leaving her for a human woman he barely knows. 5 years of courtship, even more years of friendship, love, trust, plans, gone as though none of them ever mattered. Around them, the coffee shop continues as normal. Humans scroll through their phones. They eat muffins. They complain about trivial problems and argue over things that will probably mean nothing tomorrow. Their lives seem painfully simple. Earlier, while Sage was waiting for Ben, she watched a young human woman get dumped by her boyfriend. The girl burst into tears as though her entire world had ended. But humans can recover from breakups. Eventually the pain fades. They meet someone else. They love again. For shifters, things are different. They are part wolf, and wolves mate for life. "We've been courting for 5 years," Sage finally murmurs. She feels numb. What happens to her now? She and Ben were practically mates already. Only the official bond and claiming bite were missing. He had proposed. Her dress is waiting at home, and they had already been intimate more than once. Other shifters could smell Ben on her. Sage had allowed his scent to become imprinted on her body, almost as permanent in the eyes of other wolves as an actual claim. "I've become your mistress," she reminds him. Heat floods her face as soon as the words leave her mouth. Ben's expression crumples. "I don't know what to say. I really am sorry. You said you loved me." "I did." Ben closes his mouth immediately. "Did." Past tense. Sage forces herself to smile bitterly. "She's my fated mate, Sage," Ben says quietly. As though that explains everything. Logically, she knows it does. Fated bonds are legendary among shifters. A connection most wolves long for but very few ever experience. No one spends life expecting to find one. Sage certainly never expected her boyfriend of 5 years to discover his fated mate and abandon her almost immediately. "You don't even know her." "I can't explain it," Ben says. "I just know she's right for me. She's human. You won't even be able to live among the pack anymore." Ben closes his eyes. Pain crosses his face. And despite everything, Sage's heart aches at the sight. "She won't be able to give you children," Sage says carefully. "I know." His gaze meets hers, determined. "But she's part of me now. You'd understand if you had." Sage shoots to her feet. "Right. I guess it's impossible to explain falling in love with someone in a single minute, to a person who doesn't have a fated bond." Ben looks hurt again. Sage tries to ignore it. She should not care whether he is hurting. She should be worrying about herself. But Ben courted her for 5 years and was her friend long before that. He stood beside her when almost nobody else would, despite her dead mother and her missing scent. She knows he must be terrified too. Have you told Noah? Ben's expression hardens. Sage. His voice drops into a warning growl. He looks around the coffee shop as though someone might overhear. When you were my fiancé, people tolerated you calling my brother by his name. Things are different now. Sage rolls her eyes. Ben reaches across the table and squeezes her hand. I'm serious. He's your alpha now. You address him that way. Fine. Sage yanks her hand free and turns away. I understand. I'm not part of the family. I never really was, and now I never will be. Wait. That single word stops her. For one foolish second, hope explodes inside her chest. Then Ben asks, will you help us? Sage turns slowly. Us? Ben gives her a look. Her hope dies instantly. Phoebe and me. Before Sage can tell him exactly what she thinks of such a cruel request, Ben continues. I know I'm asking a lot, but Sage, she's human. A week ago she didn't even know shifters existed, much less fated bonds. She's frightened and confused. And you know the pack will hate her for being different, for taking me away. You mean Noah will hate her for taking you away? Sage. The Alpha, she corrects. The Alpha will hate her for taking you away. What exactly am I supposed to do about that? You could speak to him. He listens to you. Sage's jaw nearly drops. Your brother doesn't listen to anyone, least of all me. He hates my guts. You convinced him to accept you as my mate. Sage exhales. She still does not know how that happened. Noah never liked her. When Ben first told his older brother that he intended to mate Sage, Noah had looked almost disgusted. He agreed because he loves you, Ben. He'll accept Phoebe eventually. Not if your father invokes the Forsaken claim. Chapter 2. Someone is pounding on Sage's bedroom door. She ignores it. Only one person could be home at this hour, and Sage has absolutely no desire to deal with Olivia right now. She does not want to deal with anyone. Who would understand? The worst part about losing Ben is that the person Sage would normally talk to when something hurt her was Ben himself. He was the first friend she made after joining this pack. Her father moved the family after the accident that killed Sage's mother. Following her mother's death, Sage became something of an outcast in their previous pack. The shock had changed her. Her scent disappeared completely. Among wolves, scent mattered. It allowed pack members to read one another, identify moods and intentions, and recognize belonging. A wolf with no scent could not easily be understood. And what wolves could not understand, they distrusted. At least nobody in the new pack had known Sage before her scent vanished. Instead of open hostility, she received indifference. It was an improvement. Sage made little effort to become social. Attention frightened her, and disappearing into the background seemed safer. Sage, open this door, Olivia growls from the hallway. Sage ignores her. Her mind drifts back to Ben. One day, when Sage was still new, Ben, the Alpha's youngest son and the pride of the pack, second only to his supposedly perfect older brother, sat beside her during lunch. He smiled, asked her questions. Sage barely answered because she was too intimidated to believe someone like Ben genuinely wanted to talk to her. So Ben talked instead. He told Sage about himself as though they had known each other forever. She assumed it would happen once. The next day he returned. Then the day after that. And the day after that. If you don't open this door right now, Sage, I swear. Whenever her father ignored her in favor of her younger sister, Sage told Ben. When she became frightened that she was forgetting her mother's laugh or the foods her mother loved, she told Ben. They shared everything. That did not change when friendship slowly became courtship. Ben remained her confidant. Her person. The one human, or shifter, She trusted with the thoughts she showed nobody else. A loud crash interrupts her memories. Suddenly the blankets are ripped away. Olivia stands over her, furious. Is it true? Sage sighs. I assume you heard about Ben. Olivia gasps. So it is true. Her face goes pale, her lips tighten, her hands tremble, as though she is the one who has lost everything. In Olivia's mind, perhaps she has. This is exactly why I told you to preserve your virtue. What does my virtue have to do with anything? Sage knows perfectly well. Young shifters were discouraged from becoming sexually intimate while courting. Wolves mated for life. Breaking a true mating bond was agonizing and sometimes fatal. Forming another bond afterward was extremely difficult unless death had ended the first one. Even after a bond ended, traces of a previous partner's claim could linger in a shifter's scent for years. Wolves were possessive. They did not like smelling another mate on the person they intended to claim. That was why physical intimacy before a union was considered risky. We might have found you a respectable replacement if you'd had the sense to keep your pants on, Olivia says sharply. But Ben's scent is all over you now. Nobody else will want you. Who says I want anybody else? Don't be ridiculous. Where do you expect to live without a mate? Certainly not here. Olivia does not say those words, but Sage hears them anyway. Adult wolves did not remain unmated inside a pack indefinitely. Eventually, others began seeing them as threats to established unions. Wolves who failed to form a bond by a certain age were often forced into exile. This cannot be allowed, Olivia declares. You're practically mated to that boy already. You've courted for years. He cannot simply abandon his promise for some human he barely knows, especially after sleeping with you. She's his fated mate. Would you stop behaving as though none of this matters? Olivia stares at her in disbelief. Are you not even slightly upset that the man you love has left you? Sage clenches her jaw. What do you want? Screaming? Despair? Should I rip my hair out for you? Who says the girl is even his fated mate? Sage blinks. What? Who says Ben isn't pretending? Sage has no answer. Why would Ben lie about something so sacred? Your father won't let this happen, Olivia says, and neither will I. The words are clearly intended to reassure Sage. They do not. Ben was worried you or Dad would invoke the Forsaken claim, Sage says carefully. I told him neither of you would ever do something like that. Olivia crosses her arms. She says nothing. Unease curls through Sage's stomach. Finally, Olivia nods toward the hallway. Dinner. Sage stares at her. Shouldn't you start preparing it? There is no point arguing. Sage leaves the room. Whatever Olivia or her father decides, Sage already knows what she wants. If she cannot have Ben, she will never take another mate. She would rather be alone than trapped with someone she does not love. Sage has always been comfortable with solitude. If remaining alone means becoming a rogue and leaving the pack, then so be it. At least that is what she tells herself. Until 1 week later, when Sage realizes her period is late. Chapter 3. Sage is doomed. There is no more elegant way to describe it. She is completely, catastrophically doomed, and no dress Olivia forces onto her is going to change that. Sage glares down at the enormous red gown surrounding her legs. And why am I wearing heels? I'm already tall enough. This is ridiculous. She pulls a gold pin from the elaborate hairstyle Olivia spent far too long arranging. You look beautiful, Olivia says brightly. Try not to destroy the effect. Why? Nobody's going to forget I was supposed to be Ben's mate because you put me in a ridiculous dress. This is about appearing respectable so we can strengthen your case. I'm pregnant. Sage reaches for the car door. Case closed. Game over. Olivia jerks her backward and slams the door shut again. Lower your voice. Her nails bite into Sage's forearm. Nobody knows yet, and we're keeping it that way. How? Sage rolls her eyes. Sooner or later, someone is going to notice. By then you'll have another mate. Everyone will assume the baby belongs to him. Sage lifts a hand toward her irritated eyes before remembering Olivia covered them in makeup. I doubt anyone is going to mate me. And even if someone did, hiding the baby's father feels wrong. Olivia scoffs. Would you prefer we tell everyone the truth and have the Alpha force Ben to take responsibility? You told me yourself you couldn't live with destroying his bond with his fated mate. Sage's chest tightens. And I meant it. Her voice is firm. Nobody can know. I won't make Ben suffer. Then your child will suffer instead if you're forced out of the pack. Olivia's expression hardens. Shifter children are difficult enough to raise with pack protection. Alone and unprotected, you wouldn't be able to. I know. Sage cuts her off. Her heart is pounding. Why do you think I agreed to come tonight? I know. Whatever else Sage might be, she refuses to become a mother who fails her child. Then lift your chin and make the best of this, Olivia says. Because tonight is your final opportunity. Either we find you a mate or you tell Ben. Sage clenches her jaw. I know. Those are her choices. Somehow find a male willing to take her as his mate despite Ben's scent covering her. Or expose the pregnancy and destroy Ben's chance to be with Phoebe. Now that Sage is carrying a child, becoming a rogue is no longer an option. Her baby needs pack protection. Her baby needs the guidance and authority of an alpha. Your father is already requesting a meeting, Olivia tells her as she pushes Sage forward. Keep quiet tonight and for once, try not to attract attention. They approach the Thorn residence. Sage has visited this house countless times. Tonight it seems different. The enormous building rises among the misty trees, silver moonlight outlining its grand exterior. The familiar smells of pine, soil, and old wood make Sage feel less as though she is coming home, and more as though she is approaching the boundary of a world that no longer belongs to her. The ballroom appears to contain half the pack. Or perhaps it only feels that way when more than 100 faces turn toward Sage the instant she enters. Stop hunching, Olivia mutters, straightening Sage's shoulders. Look at your sister. Is she slouching? No. Sage fights a sigh. Posture is not going to save her. Like it matters. What did you say? I said yes, mother. Olivia pushes her deeper into the room. And don't talk unless necessary. Nobody likes an opinionated woman. Usually Sage would answer with something sharp enough to make Olivia regret speaking. Tonight she cannot summon the energy. Everyone is looking at her. Sage has spent years avoiding attention. Now every stare feels like a verdict. Heat rises into her cheeks. Oh God. Her heart begins racing. They know. They do not know, Olivia says impatiently. The only thing anyone knows is that your mate rejected you. That's all? The worst thing that has ever happened to Sage, and Olivia dismisses it as though it were gossip. Sage might cry if she had not lost the ability years ago. Then the room's attention shifts. Ben enters. For one dangerous moment, seeing him among the music and conversation brings back the warmth of thousands of memories. Then Sage notices the woman holding his arm. Phoebe is small and delicate, with strawberry blonde hair and pale blue eyes. He actually brought the human, someone sneers nearby. Sage winces. She feels sorry for Ben as whispers and hostile looks follow him. At least she does until he notices Sage and begins bringing Phoebe directly toward her. Her stomach drops. Hey, Ben says with a familiar smile. Sage inclines her head formally. He may still be Ben to her, but publicly, he is the Alpha's beta now. Custom matters. I want you to meet someone. Sage, this is Phoebe. Phoebe offers an uncertain smile. Sage cannot make herself return it. I need a favor, Ben says, resting a hand against Sage's back. The warmth of his palm goes straight through her dress. Sage hates how aware she still is of him. I need to find my brother. Would you keep Phoebe company for a while? Introduce her to people? Chapter 4. Sage openly stares at him. Ben wants her to escort Phoebe around the ballroom? People are already scandalized because he brought the human woman who replaced Sage. What will they say when his discarded fiancé begins introducing the replacement to everyone? Please, Ben whispers. For me. Of course he says that. Sage gives one short nod. Ben leaves before she can change her mind. Now Sage is standing alone with the woman who took everything from her. Not only her future with Ben, her unborn child's future too. So, Phoebe begins awkwardly. Can you turn into a wolf too? Sorry. Is that rude to ask? Sage shrugs. Phoebe's scent is much weaker than a shifter's, but Sage can still detect anxiety. This is not Phoebe's fault, she reminds herself. The woman did not ask for any of this. It's fine. Yes, I can shift. Most people here can. Shifters without wolves are rare. Phoebe gives her a nervous smile. Would you like something to drink? Sage guides her toward the bar. The crowd seems to separate around them automatically. Whispers move through the ballroom. Every glance feels weighted with curiosity and suspicion. Together, Sage and Phoebe represent two violations of the pack's comfortable order. The rejected shifter bride, and the human woman who replaced her. Why is everyone staring? Phoebe whispers. Keep your voice down. They can hear you. Phoebe stiffens. They're just not accustomed to humans. Sage gestures discreetly toward a middle-aged couple. Those are Ben's parents. Have you met them? Not yet. Ben wants me to meet his brother first. Phoebe's gaze shifts. Is that his sister with them? Sage follows her eyes toward the tall woman in a fitted golden dress. No, that's... She hesitates. How exactly does one describe Jess? She's a close friend of the Thorne family. She's beautiful. Sage cannot disagree. Anyone with functioning eyes would notice Jess. Unfortunately, Jess knows exactly how beautiful she is. And she sure knows it. Sage mutters. Phoebe's eyes widen. Sage immediately regrets saying it. She used to date Ben's brother a few years ago. Why did she say that? Jess's history is none of Phoebe's business. Technically, it is none of Sage's either. I thought shifters didn't really date, Phoebe says. We do. It's just different from human relationships, mostly. Across the room, Jess throws her head back and laughs. Several people turn to watch. Most shifters avoided casual dating. Alphas were an exception. Alphas did whatever they pleased, and having been chosen by one, often made a woman appear more desirable afterward. They're still close, Sage mutters. Who? Phoebe seems to have lost track of the conversation. Before Sage can answer, the room changes. Silence moves through the ballroom like a cold front. The whispers stop. Sage feels the shift before she sees its cause. A sharp, instinctive pull settles deep inside her. She has experienced it before, the silent pressure of Noah's command. Then the crowd parts. He walks through. Noah is tall and broad-shouldered, his sharp jaw and powerful frame drawing every eye without effort. Thick brows shadow intense eyes, and his full mouth always seems 1 second away from a smirk. He is difficult to ignore. Sage manages it by becoming annoyed. She knows exactly what Noah looks like. She also knows he is fully aware of his effect on people. Worse, he enjoys it. Who is that? Phoebe breathes. Her eyes widen. Sage's mood worsens immediately. I'd recommend not staring at your boyfriend's brother. That's Noah? Don't use his name. Phoebe flinches. Sorry, Ben mentioned that. What am I supposed to do? Bow? Lower your head, and stop gawking. That's difficult when he looks like that. Sage almost grinds her teeth. Noah's endless collection of admirers is one of the more irritating things about him. You're better off with Ben, believe me. Right. Phoebe suddenly grips Sage's arm. Sage. What? He's looking at you. He absolutely is not. Noah cannot stand Sage. Besides, wherever he goes, beautiful women surround him. There are far more appealing people in this ballroom for him to stare at. I think he is, Phoebe squeaks, and he's coming here. Sage looks up. Noah takes his final step, and stops directly in front of her. His usual self-satisfied smirk sits perfectly on his mouth. Looking at Noah always unsettles Sage. He resembles Ben, and yet he does not. They share light brown hair and heavy brows, but Ben's features are softer, made approachable by his natural kindness. Nothing about Noah is soft. Sage. Not hello. Just her name. His posture is relaxed. His eyes are dark and cold. Sage refuses to let him intimidate her. Alpha. Good to see you. His tone suggests the opposite. Likewise. Hi, Phoebe blurts. Sage had almost forgotten she was there. Noah turns toward the human, and some of the tension leaves his posture. You must be Phoebe. Ben said you'd be here. Phoebe brightens. Happy birthday, sir. Several nearby shifters stare. Phoebe notices. I mean Alpha. Sorry. It's fine. Noah's attention snaps back to Sage. He turns away. Sage. Come. He does not wait for an answer. He knows she cannot refuse. His command already sits heavily across her shoulders. Sage follows. Chapter 5. Noah leads Sage into the Alpha's office. Under his father, the room had been almost forbidden territory. Dark wooden panels rise toward the high ceiling. Old furniture, polished by decades of use, makes the entire space feel designed to warn visitors against disturbing its rigid order. Noah pours himself a drink without offering Sage a seat. So my brother abandoned you for a human he met 10 minutes ago. Sage glances around. This might be the least welcoming room I've ever entered. Trust Noah to choose the one place guaranteed to make her uncomfortable. He downs his drink. You told me you and Ben were forever. Sage stiffens. Remember, when you practically begged me to approve your mating? I was wrong. She clenches her fists. You must be delighted. Why would I be delighted? The question is clearly rhetorical. Noah never wanted Sage as Ben's mate. When Sage had only been Ben's friend, Noah mostly ignored her. That changed once she and Ben began courting. Sage caught Noah glaring at them more than once. If Ben so much as held Sage's hand, Noah suddenly had something to say about propriety. His hypocrisy was infuriating, considering the endless women Noah entertained. I'm certainly not delighted that I'm now responsible for fixing your poor relationship choices, he says. Sage lowers her eyes. So her father did invoke the Forsaken claim. The law required a shifter's family to take responsibility when one of its members abandoned a prospective mate after a formal engagement. If the family could not settle the issue, responsibility passed to the pack's alpha. I hate to say I told you so. No, you don't. Noah pauses. You're right, I don't. I told both of you this little relationship would fail, and you were furious with me. His eyes briefly flash gold. Sage knows better than to push an angry alpha, especially Noah. What do you want me to say? That you were right? Noah is silent long enough that Sage finally looks up. Did you ask your father to involve me? No. Sage shakes her head quickly. I swear, I'm sorry he put you in this position. Noah watches her closely, almost as if he expects something more. Then he sighs. I'll make a list of potential mates for you, unless you have someone specific in mind. Sage does not. She has never seriously considered anyone except Ben. Ideally, she wants a partnership rather than romance. Someone she will not have to seduce or pretend to love. The idea of performing affection makes her stomach turn. A transactional relationship would probably be better. Noah blinks. How romantic. I'll never love anyone the way I love Ben. Whoever mates me should understand that. Something darkens in Noah's eyes. He moves toward her. One step, then another. Before Sage can react, he is standing directly in front of her. Too close. She can smell him. Sage immediately starts breathing through her mouth. Noah always smells unfairly good. It must be an alpha thing. There is no other explanation for why his scent is so intoxicating. No wonder women lose their minds around him. Sage is determined not to join them. Then Noah lowers his face toward her neck. I think everyone already knows you love my brother, he says sharply. You smell like him. You're practically claimed. Finding willing males won't be easy. Sage almost rolls her eyes. She is not exactly a terrible match. Her family has standing. She is a high-ranking member of the pack. Surely somebody. Her eyes meet Noah's. And without warning, Sage hears herself say, "What about you?" Silence. Noah stares. Sage is almost as horrified as he is. Why did she say that? Me? His expression is openly offended. Sage's brain races. She needs to make this sound rational. You have to take a mate eventually. The pack expects it. But you obviously don't want a conventional relationship, or you would have claimed Jess already. She swallows. I assume you're worried a mate would stop you from sleeping around. Noah says nothing. His face becomes unreadable. At least he has not thrown her out yet. Well, I don't care about your gallivanting. My what? If I were your mate, you could keep entertaining your little harem. Sage pushes forward before she loses her nerve. I genuinely wouldn't care. Noah continues staring. Reality finally catches up with Sage. She is proposing a mating arrangement to Noah Thorne, her alpha, Ben's older brother, a man who has refused to settle for anyone. I'm sorry. Her voice shrinks. This was a stupid idea. The silence stretches. Then Noah asks, You're really that desperate? The words hit like a slap. Why could Sage not have kept her mouth shut? I said I was sorry, Alpha. She turns. Forget I mentioned it. Nothing matters except escaping that office and the man inside it. Chapter 6. The party is still crowded when Sage returns to the ballroom. Good. With luck, her parents will not notice she disappeared until Sage is already too far away to drag back. After humiliating herself in Noah's office, hiding from him seems like the smartest possible plan. The last thing she wants is to explain the conversation to Olivia. She examines her options. The main entrance is useless because her parents are standing nearby. The gardens have another path leading toward the parking area. Sage heads outside. Cool night air wraps around her, soothing some of the heat in her face. The party noise fades behind her. If she can reach the car before anyone notices, maybe she can stop replaying those disastrous words. What about you? God, she is an idiot. Her heels sink into the soil as Sage moves through groups of guests lingering in the garden. Almost there, she reaches the quieter section behind the house, near the hidden path to the parking lot. Then she sees Phoebe. The human woman is speaking intensely to a tall man Sage does not recognize. Phoebe looks upset. When the stranger notices Sage, he leaves quickly. Phoebe? Sage approaches. What happened? Where's Ben? Bitterness flashes through her. She should keep walking. Phoebe is the reason Sage is in this nightmare. Whatever problem the human has, it is not Sage's responsibility. But Sage stops. Ben was her best friend for years, her first love, the father of the child growing inside her. And Ben asked Sage to look after Phoebe. Damn him. Sage turns back. You okay? Fine. Phoebe looks away. Thanks for asking. Good. Question answered. Sage can leave. Then she imagines Ben's disappointed face. What happened? Was that man bothering you? Some shifters aren't exactly welcoming to humans. Phoebe hesitates. Was Ben seeing anyone before he met me? Sage freezes. Someone implied he was almost married. Or mated, I guess you call it. Sage opens her mouth. Nothing comes out. Phoebe reads the silence. So it's true. Before Sage can respond, Phoebe shakes her head. This is insane. All of it. Until recently, I didn't even know shifters existed. How am I supposed to know any of this is real? It's real. Sage touches Phoebe's shoulder. Fate bonded you to Ben. He loves you. He barely knows me. What about free will? Does that mean nothing? Sage does not know how to answer. Nobody truly understands fated bonds. They simply exist. They are rare, sacred, desired. When fate gives you something like this, you don't question it, Sage says quietly. You're lucky. For us, finding a fated mate is… Sage! Olivia's voice crashes through the garden. Sage closes her eyes. So much for escaping. Olivia grabs Sage's arm. Get back inside. You too, human. Her name is Phoebe, Mother. And I was going home. Olivia looks horrified. Going home? Are you insane? The alpha just announced he's taking a mate. Sage stops walking. What? Noah has found a mate? A real one? It has to be Jess, Olivia continues. Who else could it possibly be? Sage barely hears her. Only minutes ago she offered herself to Noah. And apparently he had already been preparing to announce another woman. No wonder he stared at Sage like she had lost her mind. When they return to the ballroom, excitement fills the air. Guests whisper possible names. Some openly point toward women they think Noah might choose. Everyone wants to know who will become the alpha's mate. Noah stands in the center of it all, apparently enjoying the attention. Sage curls her hands into fists. Whoever the poor woman is, Sage almost feels sorry for her. Imagine being permanently bonded to an arrogant, self-obsessed playboy who probably has no intention of staying faithful. Sage does not envy her. Although considering Sage's own pregnancy and desperate need for a mate, perhaps she should. At this point, Sage would accept even a shameless alpha who chased anything in a dress. Noah had once made a pass at Sage too. She doubts he even remembers. Sage pushes that memory down. None of it matters. Only her baby matters. The room quiets. Noah begins speaking. As many of you have repeatedly reminded me, it's well past time I took a mate. People cheer. Sage rolls her eyes. Across the room, Ben sees her expression and laughs silently. Did you know? Sage mouths. Ben shakes his head. Noah continues. You're right. You're right. I've delayed long enough, which is why I want all of you to witness my mating ceremony tonight. The ballroom erupts. Tonight? Someone calls. Tonight, Noah confirms with a grin. Right now. He gestures toward the Pax priest. Roy, would you do the honor? Roy, a man in his late 50s, steps forward looking bewildered. Of course, Alpha. Nobody would object. Openly defying the Alpha was not wise. Roy clears his throat. And who is the fortunate lady? Oh, right. Noah says it as if he nearly forgot that part. His gaze moves across the ballroom. Then he points toward the back, toward Sage. Her heart drops. Sage. Chapter 7. Sage cannot move. A wolf is supposed to be a predator. Yet right now she feels exactly like prey caught in the open. Surely she misheard him. Nothing about this makes sense. Noah gestures impatiently. Sage, come here. Apparently she did not mishear. She looks at Ben. He appears just as stunned and shakes his head in disbelief. Whispers spread through the ballroom. Dozens of faces turn toward Sage. Some curious. Some shocked. Some openly disappointed. She feels every stare. Then anger begins replacing confusion. Fine. If Noah wants to make a spectacle of this, Sage will not give him the satisfaction of watching her panic. She needs a mate. Her baby needs protection. If Noah is truly offering that protection, she cannot afford to walk away simply because his behavior is insane. Sage walks toward him. Each step feels painfully loud in the silent room. When she finally reaches Noah, confidence radiates from him. He looks almost amused. What are you doing? Sage whispers. Noah ignores the question. Ben, come here. You'll witness for me. Olivia can witness for Sage. Ben approaches cautiously. Roy looks between them. How long have you two been courting? We haven't, Noah answers. The priest stares. Sage wants to strangle the alpha. The crowd begins murmuring again. Noah smiles at Roy. Shall we continue? Sage locks eyes with Noah. He really intends to do this. Fine. After announcing it publicly, Noah has almost as much to lose by backing out as Sage does. If he expects her to run, he is going to be disappointed. Let's get it over with, Sage murmurs. Something unreadable passes through Noah's expression. Then his familiar grin returns. As you wish, darling. The ceremony begins. Chapter 8. Later, Sage sits on the edge of a bed in a room she has never seen before. It is hers now. Apparently. Despite spending years in the Thorne residence, Sage never entered this bedroom. The quiet feels oppressive. Olivia fusses with Sage's hair, while Ben stands near the door with his hands buried in his pockets. He keeps trying to catch Sage's eyes. She refuses to look at him. This should have been Ben. Sage spent years imagining this night. It was supposed to belong to them. Instead, she is sitting in Noah's house waiting for his older brother. The priest stands nearby with the weary professionalism of someone who has witnessed too many mating rituals to be surprised anymore. Olivia finishes straightening the bedding and puts both hands on Sage's shoulders. Sweetheart, please try to do something about your scent. You'll never encourage the alpha to give you a claiming mark if you smell like nothing. Claiming mark. The words make the reality settle heavily in Sage's stomach. Soon Noah will enter. Then comes the final part of their union. The bite itself does not frighten Sage, not even knowing that Ben and Olivia are required to witness it. What comes afterward is considerably more alarming. Everyone knows newly bonded mates struggle to stay apart once the claim is completed. The connection is supposed to ignite overwhelming physical need, and Sage is going to experience that with Noah. She closes her eyes. She needs a mate. No matter who she chose, physical obligations would come with it. She thinks back to Noah during the ceremony. He never backed down. They exchanged vows, then blood. Noah somehow produced a ring and placed it on Sage's finger. She had nothing to give him in return because, unlike Noah, she had not known she was getting mated tonight. Nothing about his behavior makes sense. The bedroom door opens. Noah walks in. His scent fills the room immediately. Alpha, Roy begins. Get out. Everyone freezes. Noah's eyes move over Sage. She does not meet them, but she feels the weight of his stare. His scent surrounds her. She tries breathing through her mouth. Instead, her mind flashes back to the ceremony and the metallic taste of Noah's blood when she bit his thumb during the ritual. Her mouth actually waters. Roy protests. Alpha, tradition requires us to witness. That won't be happening tonight. Noah looks directly at Sage. She finally meets his eyes. His pupils are so dilated they appear almost black. A small gasp escapes her. Noah, Ben warns. Noah's head snaps toward his brother. I said get out. The witnesses leave. Sage barely notices them. Noah looks at her again. He said there would be no claiming tonight. Yet he has not left. Something about his scent wakes a primitive part of her. And judging by his expression, he knows it. How could you do this to me? Noah barely reacts. Do what? His voice is nearly a growl. Sage's fear disappears beneath indignation. You know exactly what. That ambush downstairs. This. Ambush? Noah scoffs. You asked me to become your mate. Remember? He steps closer. How could I possibly refuse? His sarcasm makes Sage glare. Then why didn't you refuse? She hates how exposed she feels. You gave such a compelling argument. What was it? I could continue entertaining my little harem? A smile pulls at his mouth. All those years with my baby brother really taught you how to romance a man. If our arrangement suits you so well, why did you send everyone away? Sage steps closer. Immediately she regrets it. His scent hits her again. Her knees almost weaken. It truly is ridiculous how good Noah smells. Why aren't you claiming me? The question comes out softer than Sage intended. Who says I won't? Noah closes the remaining distance. His fingers brush the side of her neck. Sage shivers. I simply don't intend to rush. His thumb presses lightly against her collarbone. Sage closes her eyes. Noah's mouth brushes her ear. Beg. Sage jumps backward. What? You heard me. He smirks. I enjoyed that little pleading performance in my office. Try it again. The words hurt more than Sage expects. Not only because they are cruel, because suddenly she wonders whether any of this is real to Noah. Why are you acting like this? For once, Noah looks genuinely surprised. Sage pushes. What is your problem with me? When I was with Ben, you barely bothered hiding how much you disliked me. What did I ever do to make you hate me? Noah gives a bitter laugh. You're joking. Sage stares. He looks at her as though she should understand something obvious. She does not. Gradually, Noah's expression empties. He searches her face. Then he turns pale. Well, this was fun. He walks toward the door. Now if you'll excuse me. Sage watches him go. Only when he is halfway across the room does she speak. You're not staying? Noah looks back. Do you want me to? Sage freezes. Does she? She spent the entire evening dreading what would happen once they were alone. Noah reads her silence. I didn't think so. Then he leaves. Chapter 9. It takes Sage more than an hour to accept that Noah is not returning. She waits on the bed, staring at the door. This is their mating night. Even if Noah does not want to claim her, surely he would at least want to sleep beside her. Considering how many women Sage has seen him with, he cannot possibly be selective. Eventually, she searches the house. Noah is not there. He actually left her on the night of their mating ceremony. She should not care. Earlier today, she was not even certain Noah would speak to her at his own birthday party. Now she is his mate. And suddenly Sage realizes she never wished him happy birthday. For a moment she feels guilty. Then she remembers how he mocked her before disappearing. Her sympathy vanishes. Sage told Noah he could behave however he wanted. Perhaps that is exactly what he is doing. She does not even like him. She needed a mate. Noah happened to be available. That is all. Sage climbs into bed. Turns left. Turns right. Throws the blankets off. Did he really need to spend their mating night with one of his endless conquests? Ben never made her this furious. Why did Ben have to meet his fated mate? Now Sage is trapped in a strange bed, while her new mate is somewhere doing God knows what with God knows whom. She screams into her pillow. Eventually she falls asleep. Morning light wakes her. Her mood has not improved. Sage goes downstairs and decides to cook breakfast. She cracks eggs into a pan. Focuses on the sizzling sound. Anything except Noah. Are you trying to cook? Sage turns. Noah leans against the kitchen entrance. He is still wearing yesterday's clothes. His shirt is wrinkled. His hair is a mess. And somehow he still looks offensively attractive. Did you just get home? Something like that. He stumbles toward the coffee machine. Sage watches him struggle with the controls. Are you drunk? Shifters have a high resistance to alcohol. Getting this intoxicated requires dedication. Noah raises unfocused eyes and smiles crookedly. Sage folds her arms. Well, I guess I don't need to ask what you were doing all night. Her mocking smile disappears when Noah suddenly crosses the space between them. His body crowds hers. What are you doing? Her heartbeat accelerates. Would you rather I had stayed here with you? There is lipstick on his collar. Sage pushes against his chest. You smell like a distillery. She turns away. Noah catches her wrist. His expression darkens. Then he lowers his face toward Sage's neck and inhales. Her body shivers. And you smell like my brother, he growls. You don't hear me complaining. His grip remains around her wrist. Strangely, Sage does not want him to release her. You're the one who left to meet God knows who. Her voice sounds embarrassingly petulant. Jealous? Noah smirks. Hardly. She is not jealous. Absolutely not. Noah's expression says he does not believe her. Then he kisses her. Hard. There is nothing tentative about it. His teeth catch Sage's lower lip. His mouth moves against hers as though he is almost angry that she knows how to kiss him back. Sage does not care. Her arms slide around his neck. She needs him closer. Noah immediately grips her thighs and lifts her onto the counter, settling between her legs. His scent changes. It becomes deeper, heady. Sage feels dizzy with want. She wants him to keep kissing her. She wants his hands on her. She wants to taste him again and again, even with the lingering alcohol on his mouth. She cannot remember ever feeling anything this intense. Maybe pregnancy hormones are making everything stronger. Pregnancy. Fear cuts through the desire. What happens when Noah discovers the truth? Will he be furious? Will he abandon her? Noah abruptly pulls away. He staggers backward. I'm sorry. His breathing is uneven. I shouldn't have done that. Then he leaves. Sage remains alone in the kitchen, too unsettled to move. Chapter 10. 2 weeks later, Sage stares at a velvet tray filled with rings. The jewels glitter beneath the store lights. Normally she might appreciate them. Today they seem irrelevant. What about this one? Olivia points toward an ornate gold band. It looks appropriate. Do you think Noah would like it? Sage shrugs. She barely knows what Noah does during the day. She definitely does not know where he spends most nights. How is she supposed to know what jewelry he likes? Olivia sighs dramatically. You have to choose something. It was humiliating enough that you gave him no ring during the ceremony. I told you, I didn't know there was going to be a ceremony. Which is why you shouldn't have propositioned the alpha without warning. It was improper and could have ended terribly. Well, it didn't. Sage walks toward another display. If Olivia cares this much, she can choose the ring herself. Noah probably will not care either way. How are things between the two of you? Olivia sounds casual. Her eyes are not. Sage fidgets. Life in Noah's home still feels strange. Their home, technically. Even though Sage knows the Thorne residence well, it feels different without Ben constantly nearby. And Noah is always occupied. Pack meetings, family matters, business. Even when they eat together, someone else is usually there. At night, he has made no attempt to kiss her again. Sage? Olivia's eyes narrow. What? I asked about the mating bite. You still don't have one. Olivia lowers her voice. Are you at least sleeping together? Sage's stomach turns. That's none of your... Sage. Olivia reads the answer in her silence. You need to make it happen. Soon, if you start showing before he sleeps with you, what do you think will happen? He hasn't claimed you. The union is not permanent. There just hasn't been a good opportunity. Create one. The pack is watching both of you. If Noah doesn't behave like a proper mate. Olivia does not finish. She does not need to. Sage cannot tell her the truth. Noah only agreed to this arrangement because Sage promised he would not have to behave like a traditional mate. A few nights earlier, Sage woke feeling restless. Without understanding why, she walked into Noah's bedroom. Empty. Of course. She sat on his untouched bed feeling ridiculous. But Olivia's concern had been circling in Sage's mind even then. This mating arrangement was fragile. If it failed, no other wolf would ever want Sage afterward. So she waited. Hours later, Noah returned, with Jess. Sage watched from the hall as Noah laughed at something Jess said. His arm was around the blonde woman while they entered his bedroom together. That explained everything. Why would Noah pursue Sage when women like Jess remained available? Sage had offered him freedom. She promised she would never complain. Feeling hurt now was hypocritical. More importantly, if she objected, Noah might decide their agreement no longer benefited him. Still, watching him disappear with Jess had hurt. Sage. Olivia pulls her out of the memory. The man is famous for sleeping around. There's no reason he shouldn't sleep with his own mate. Make it happen. Sage almost laughs. You really don't believe in subtlety. Your child's safety is involved. I'm finished being subtle. What's the problem? Don't you find Noah attractive? Sage nearly chokes. A person would have to be blind not to find Noah attractive. Actually, even someone blind would probably be affected by his voice and scent. He's fine. Olivia's expression says Sage failed spectacularly at sounding indifferent. I just don't think Noah is interested. He rejected you? Olivia looks horrified. What did you do? How did you approach him? The prospect of Olivia giving seduction lessons is unbearable. I didn't exactly. Olivia closes her eyes. You didn't even tell him you were interested. Not directly. Shouldn't he be the one? Have you considered that he may be trying to respect you? Sage almost laughs. Coming home with Jess hardly seemed respectful. Then she stops. She is being hypocritical again. Sage agreed to this. And on their mating night, Noah asked if Sage actually wanted him to stay. She gave him no answer. Perhaps Olivia is right. Maybe Noah would respond differently if Sage actually showed interest. Olivia lifts another ring. Give him this tonight, show commitment and see what happens. Sage grimaces. That thing is hideous, he'll hate it. She points toward a simple white gold band. That one. The salesman reaches for it. Sage takes a breath. Olivia is right about one thing. Sage cannot sit around waiting. She is the one running out of time. If she wants Noah, even temporarily, she may have to pursue him. The thought is terrifying. Chapter 11. Seduction becomes difficult when the man Sage intends to seduce is never home. It is already late. Dinner sits untouched. No Noah. Sage glares down at the enormous dish of macaroni and cheese. At least she ordered it instead of trying to cook. She takes one bite, then another. Before long, half a dish intended for 6 people has disappeared. I'm pretty sure eating for 2 doesn't mean this. She drops her napkin. Fine. If Noah refuses to come home, Sage will find him. 5 minutes into driving, she realizes she has absolutely no idea where he is. Noah does not send her updates about his schedule. Yet something inside Sage insists she is moving in the right direction. Mates are supposedly capable of sensing one another. Sage and Noah have not exchanged claiming bites, but perhaps the ceremony and blood ritual created some sort of connection. She follows the feeling. Eventually, she approaches a bar she once visited with Ben. Noah's ridiculous sports car is parked outside, bright, flashy, demanding attention. Very Noah. Sage parks and walks in. The bar is warm and understated, with amber lighting and wooden walls. Ben always liked places like this. Her tension eases slightly. Then she sees him. Ben is leaning over a pool table. Phoebe stands beside him while he explains the game. She looks politely interested and thoroughly confused. Sage smiles despite herself. She and Ben used to play pool constantly. Sage was good. She almost approaches them. Then unease crawls up her spine. Her gaze shifts toward a man at the bar. Nothing about him appears obviously dangerous. He is tall and lean, sitting sideways with one elbow against the counter. Yet something feels wrong. Sage moves closer. The man's face is narrow, almost sickly, but strangely attractive. His eyes are dark and unreadable. His entire attention is fixed on the pool table. On Phoebe. Sage sits beside him. Are you a friend of Phoebe's? She has seen him before, hasn't she? Where? His green eyes turn briefly toward her. Fuck off. The words are calm. Sage turns away automatically. Confusion washes through her. Why did she approach him? Why is she even standing here? Her heart races. Something feels deeply wrong, as though she has just seen something horrible but cannot remember what. Warm hands grip her shoulders. Sage spins around. Noah is staring at her. Concern and irritation wore across his face. What happened? His voice stays controlled despite the tension in his body. Are you okay? Sage blinks. Then she makes the mistake of breathing normally. Noah's scent crashes into her senses. Sage. He cups her face. Talk to me. How is she supposed to form a coherent thought when he is touching her? Sage glances back toward the bar. Nothing unusual, only bottles and a bored bartender. Nothing. She steps away. What are you doing here? Noah stares. What am I doing here? What are you doing here? Looking for you. That gets his attention. What? His gaze moves toward Ben and Phoebe. Why? Trying to make my brother jealous? Sage prepares a sarcastic response. Something stops her. I made dinner. She looks down. You weren't there. Noah's mouth curves. Did you burn down my kitchen? I did not. Sage smacks his shoulder lightly. I ordered food. I'm not an idiot. Noah laughs. The sound hits Sage's chest strangely, almost painful, but pleasant. You wanted us to have dinner together? His voice carries surprise rather than mockery. Sage immediately feels exposed. No. Then she remembers she is supposed to be pursuing him. Maybe. Noah blinks. Before Sage can explain, a tall blonde woman appears. Sage, what a surprise. Jess smiles brightly. Noah didn't mention you were coming. Sage suddenly feels like an intruder. She starts to make an excuse. Noah puts an arm around her shoulders. We were leaving. He sounds cheerful. Sage wants dinner. Jess's expression falters for a fraction of a second. Good. Her eyes move toward Ben. How are things between you and Ben, Sage? It must be difficult stepping aside after he found his fated. Why would you ask her that? Noah pulls Sage closer. His scent turns briefly sour. Jess notices. I was just saying. Let it go. Noah steers Sage away. His arm stays around her shoulders as they leave. Sage says nothing, but she looks back. Jess is still watching them, and she looks worried. Chapter 12. Noah laughs when he sees how much macaroni and cheese Sage ate. Her offended expression earns her a container of ice cream. That's my favorite. I know. Noah reheats his dinner. Ben always made sure we kept some around for you. Sage stills. Hearing Ben's name hurts a little, but something in Noah's otherwise neutral tone sounds like a question. How are you doing? He asks more directly. Sage sighs. It's strange. We were together for so long. Even before we were together. Noah nods. You two were attached at the hip. Sage glares when he takes a spoonful of her ice cream. Hey, not good at sharing? Not when I really love something. Noah's smile tightens. So the macaroni must have been awful. Pretty much. They move into one of the smaller sitting rooms near the kitchen. Noah stretches out beside Sage on the couch. For once, the constant tension surrounding him seems absent. They eat quietly. Sage studies him. I suppose you hated it. Noah pauses. Hated what? Seeing Ben and me together constantly. His spoon stops halfway to his mouth. I didn't hate it. He lowers the spoon. I just... disapproved? Noah looks directly at her. I never disapproved of you. Sage believes him. That is what makes the words so confusing. Something is hiding underneath them. I thought you hated me. Noah winces. Sorry, I'm territorial, I guess. Oh, the explanation suddenly seems obvious. Sage has a younger sister. She is too young to date, but merely imagining her with some boy already makes Sage uncomfortable. I understand. You were protecting Ben. Noah's eyes darken. For a moment it looks as though he wants to correct her. Instead he stands. My food is ready. He retreats toward the kitchen. Silence follows. You've been avoiding me. Sage finally says it. Since the ceremony. I wasn't avoiding you. Noah rests his elbows on his knees. I was giving you space. Space? Your entire life changed. I thought you needed time to process it. His expression becomes serious. But I wasn't far. So you weren't running around with random women? Noah smirks. Of course not. They're never random. I choose very carefully. Sage rolls her eyes. The answer does not exactly reassure her. Then again, what right does she have to demand reassurance? She is the one who promised she would ignore his infidelity. Feeling awkward, Sage reaches into her pocket. I bought you something. You did? Noah sounds amused, but his face softens when she hands him the small box. He opens it. Silence. Far too much silence. You hate it. Noah looks up. Sage rushes on. I just thought you gave me a ring, so I should give you one. It was stupid. Noah covers her mouth with his hand. I love it. He smiles. Actually smiles. His eyes seem brighter. Sage suddenly wants to buy him a new ring every day if this is the reaction she gets. Then a familiar sensation rolls through her, like the floor beneath her is rocking, like a boat moving beneath her feet. Don't be afraid. Her mother had said those words. Then her mother drowned. Chapter 13. Over the next 2 weeks, Sage begins to think she and Noah are making real progress. They spend most evenings together. Noah starts involving her in alpha responsibilities. He asks for her opinions, actually listens to them. Sage likes it more than she expected. Around Noah, she stops feeling like a discarded woman who needs to be married off. She stops being merely Ben's traumatized former fiancé. Noah treats her as though she is competent, as though what Sage thinks matters. She likes the woman she becomes around him, and she is learning things about Noah. He is brash, intense, sometimes impulsive. But what Sage once dismissed as arrogance now seems closer to passion. Noah feels things strongly and has no difficulty expressing them. Ben was calm and measured. Noah is not. To Sage's surprise, she likes that difference. There is one problem. Their drunken kitchen kiss remains the only physical moment between them. They have not even held hands since. Noah seems perfectly content to move slowly. Sage does not have that luxury. She is approaching 2 months pregnant. Soon her scent will change enough for others to notice. Sage tries everything. A hand lingering on Noah's arm, letting her leg touch his when they sit together. Walking around the house in increasingly revealing clothes. Nothing. Maybe Noah simply has too many other women. Or perhaps Ben's scent is still too deeply embedded in Sage for Noah's wolf to respond. Yet Noah certainly responded when he kissed her. He was drunk, though. Tonight is Ben's engagement party. Sage has been dreading it. Most of the pack will attend. Someone who has not been around Sage constantly may notice the pregnancy in her scent. Olivia has begged her to stay home. It would be safer. But then Noah would attend alone. Surrounded by women. Potential conquests. Sage hates the thought. Noah has not gone partying since the night Sage found him at the bar. Eventually he will again. She simply does not want it to happen tonight. You seem tense, Noah says when Sage comes downstairs. Thanks, babe. You look great too. Sage walks past him, irritated that he has not mentioned her dress. She chose it specifically because she hoped Noah would notice. Did you just call me babe? Noah sounds delighted. You never call me babe. Shut up. Sage heads toward the kitchen. Noah catches her wrist and pulls her back. I do like the dress. His smirk softens. But you look good in almost anything. Sage's breath catches. You know, Noah pulls her closer until their bodies nearly touch. I've noticed you breathe through your mouth whenever I'm around. Want to explain that? Sage considers kicking him. You're impossibly smug. His expression changes. The pride disappears. What remains looks almost affectionate. So you like my scent? Surely Noah already knows. Every woman he meets probably tells him how incredible he smells. The thought of another woman standing this close to him suddenly becomes unbearable. Sage lifts her wrist toward Noah's neck. She rubs her skin against him. Scent marking. A deeply intimate and territorial gesture among mates. Everyone likes your scent, Noah. Only after she begins does Sage realize what she is doing. And Noah is allowing it. She looks up. His eyes have gone dark, not with anger. They kiss at the same instant. A small sound escapes Sage. Her fingers slide across his chest and behind his neck. Noah wraps both arms around her waist. Finally, his mouth moves against hers hungrily, almost recklessly, as though he has been holding himself back for as long as Sage has. Their bodies press together. Sage feels his heartbeat, his desire. Noah pushes her toward the couch, or perhaps Sage pulls him there. She cannot tell. Their lips never separate. Noah settles over her. Everything feels right. The warmth of him. The weight. His hands gripping her hips. His mouth moving down her neck. Sage tangles her fingers in his hair. He groans. She immediately wants to hear it again. She never felt like this with Ben. There had been affection, love, tenderness, but never this violent hunger. Noah touches her as if he is claiming something, and the more he gives, the more Sage wants. Then something changes. Emotions crash into her. Possessiveness, desperation, a desire so sharp it almost hurts. Mine. The thought fills her. Noah is mine. But something about the emotions feels foreign, as though not all of them belong to Sage. Something important is happening. Something she cannot understand. She never felt this with Ben. Not even with the man she believed she would love forever. With Noah, the thought of him leaving feels unbearable, like she might genuinely break. Sage pulls him closer. Fear enters the desire. Noah suddenly stops. His forehead rests against hers. They are both breathing hard. This feels nothing like Ben. The thought moves clearly through Sage's mind. Noah's eyes open. Pain fills them. Raw and immediate. Sage recoils slightly. Noah? She reaches for him. He pulls away. I can't. The rejection knocks the air from Sage's chest. Why? Noah refuses to meet her eyes. His face has gone pale. We should get ready. For what? The party. Ben's party. Noah says his brother's name with something like accusation. Sage has no idea what she has done. I don't want to go. Tears threaten her voice. How could you even think I... Fine. Noah grabs a jacket. Don't go. Ben will understand. Then he leaves, almost as though he is fleeing her. Chapter 14. The living room is dark. Sage sits alone. Her mind keeps replaying the way Noah walked out. Nothing makes sense. His absence feels wrong in a way she cannot explain. Not simply upsetting. Physically wrong. Her chest begins tightening. A small pressure grows beneath her ribs. Noah should be here. With her. Touching her. Hours pass. The clock strikes midnight. Sage tries breathing deeply. It does not help. Each breath becomes shallower. Her heart beats faster. Why is she reacting like this? Her hands begin trembling. Everything hurts. Even her fingertips. Darkness blurs the edges of her vision. Then a car pulls up outside. Sage jumps to her feet. Noah. Relief floods her immediately. Before she even sees him, her body knows he is near. She can breathe again. Sage starts toward the entrance. A woman's voice stops her. Jess. Sage barely manages to hide inside a nearby room before the front door opens. I can't believe you, Jess complains. Noah chuckles. They climb the stairs. Jealousy twists through Sage. Yet underneath it is overwhelming relief. Noah is home. That alone makes her body settle. This makes no sense. She should think, process, understand what is happening. Instead, Sage can only think about Noah entering his bedroom with Jess. She follows. Before she can knock, Noah's door opens. Jess steps out. Sage? The blonde woman freezes. I need to talk to Noah. He'll speak with you tomorrow. Jess shifts awkwardly to block the doorway. Sage sees red. Who is Jess to decide when Sage is allowed to speak to her own mate? Move. Sage. Move. Jess's scent turns nervous, but she stays put. Sage shoves past her. Noah lies fully clothed across the bed. His eyes are barely open. His face is flushed. Sage, Jess protests. Sage rushes to Noah. Noah? She shakes his shoulder. He mutters something unintelligible and smiles vaguely. The smell of alcohol hits her. He's drunk. Jess gives her a flat look. You don't say. Sage looks down. This is the second time in only a few weeks that Noah has been this intoxicated. Before recently, Sage could count the number of drunk shifters she had seen on one hand. Concern replaces jealousy. What are you doing here? Jess asks. Frustration rather than hostility fills her voice. I thought. Sage stops. Embarrassment hits. Jess did not come here to sleep with Noah. She was helping him. Probably the same thing Sage witnessed previously. Thinking back, Noah had been stumbling that night too. Does this happen often? Jess shifts. He seemed better lately. Her annoyance fades into concern. I thought he was getting past it. But why does he? It's not my place. Jess cuts her off. Talk to Noah. How long has this been happening? Sage. Jess pinches the bridge of her nose. Speak to him tomorrow. He'll sleep it off. She tries to smile. The concern remains. When Jess leaves, Sage removes Noah's tie and shoes. His shirt is damp and smells like alcohol. She begins unbuttoning it. Halfway down, Noah catches her hand. His blurred eyes open. Sorry. Sage swallows. Your shirt was stained. You can undress me anytime you want. A lazy smile appears. He guides her hand lower toward his trousers. Sage almost groans. We could have done this when you were sober. She helps him out of his jeans while trying very hard not to stare at his body. Well. Sage steps back. Good night. Noah catches her arm. Don't go. The softness of his voice stops her. You're the one who left. Her hurt slips out before she can hide it. Noah looks down at her hand in his. Never. He kisses her fingers. Despite the drunken slur, the word sounds sincere. Sage climbs into bed. She pulls the blankets around them. Noah continues holding her hand. His eyes drift closed. Is this real? He murmurs. Are you mine? Sage watches his breathing become slow and peaceful. Then she whispers into the darkness. Yes. Chapter 15. Late morning light wakes Sage. For the first time in years, she feels truly rested. Then she remembers where she is. Noah is sleeping beside her. His face looks peaceful beneath the sunlight, and for a moment Sage wants to brush the hair away from his forehead. His eyes suddenly open. Sage? He bolts upright. What are you? Hi. Noah looks around. At the bed. At Sage. At his nearly naked body. Why are you here? Irritation replaces Sage's embarrassment. You don't remember? Noah's expression answers before he speaks. Did something happen? He looks genuinely alarmed. Sage suddenly sees an opportunity to punish him for abandoning her and returning blackout drunk. Then hurt returns. They could have woken like this under completely different circumstances. Circumstances they both remembered. Soon Noah will learn she is pregnant. If he barely wants her now, he certainly will not want her when he knows she is carrying Ben's child. And Sage does not want to lose this. She wants to fall asleep beside Noah. Wake beside him. Have him there every morning. Fear makes her reckless. I can't believe you. Sage jumps from the bed. You said you weren't that drunk. Noah's eyes widen. I'm sorry. Sorry for what? She glares. For spending an entire night with me and forgetting it? Sage, wait. Forget it. She heads for the door. No, Sage, Oh, wait. You already did. She slams the door. For a few seconds, triumph wins. Noah looked miserable. Almost as miserable as Sage felt. Then guilt arrives. She sinks against the door in her own bedroom. At least now, if anyone questions the baby, Sage can pretend Noah is the father. She could see the midwife privately. Ask her to adjust the dates. The idea immediately makes Sage sick. That is awful. She would be lying to everybody. To Ben, the actual father. To Noah. Worse, she just made Noah believe he slept with Sage, while too intoxicated to remember consenting to it. If their roles were reversed, Sage would be horrified. She wants to run back and tell him the truth. But the truth is bigger than this morning. Sage has deceived Noah from the very beginning. She should have admitted she was pregnant before asking him to mate her. She could have asked Noah for protection. He is a good alpha. She has always known that. Instead, fear controlled her. Fear of hurting Ben. Fear of judgment. Fear of being alone. Sage goes into the shower. Nothing improves. She feels dishonest, lonely, ashamed. Maybe she deserves those feelings. Her baby does not. Her child deserves a good mother. Someone who understands right from wrong. Oh God. Sage covers her face. I'm going to be a terrible mother. The first sob escapes. Then another. For the first time in years, Sage cries. The shower drowns out the sound. She remains beneath the water until it turns cold, then longer. Chapter 16. When Sage finally goes downstairs, Noah is gone. The empty house becomes unbearable. She grabs a coat and walks into the forest. For a moment she considers shifting, then worries it might not be safe while pregnant. So she walks. Pine and earth surround her. Sunlight filters through the branches. The familiar environment helps, but not enough. Hours later, Sage wanders into town. She has no destination. Then she sees Phoebe. The human woman is standing on a street corner, gesturing sharply as she argues with someone. That alone attracts Sage's attention. Phoebe is normally quiet. Now she seems genuinely upset. Not frightened, hurt. The man facing her is tall and thin with messy hair. Phoebe turns as if she intends to leave. The man reaches for her arm. Sage immediately steps between them. Everything okay? Sage? Phoebe looks startled. What are you doing here? Sage ignores the question. Her eyes meet the stranger's. Dark green, almost feline. Something about them freezes her. Have we met? The man seems familiar. The memory will not come. I don't think so. He gives Phoebe a short nod. Thanks for the directions. Then he leaves. Sage watches him disappear around the corner. Who was that? Phoebe is watching too. No idea. I think he was lost. She suddenly smiles. Coffee? The unease inside Sage does not disappear, but she agrees. Chapter 17. Sage ends up telling Phoebe far more than she intended. By the time Phoebe orders a second cappuccino, most of Sage's problems are on the table. Why don't you tell Noah you like him? Sage nearly chokes on her decaf. I don't like him. Phoebe shrugs. It sounds like you do. You hate when he goes out. You dislike seeing him with other women. You're worried about his drinking. I don't know if he has a drinking problem. From what you've described, he definitely uses alcohol as a coping mechanism. Phoebe's expression turns serious. Trust me, I recognize the signs. Sage sighs. Jess also told her to talk to Noah. But what would Sage say? She changes subjects. How are things with Ben? Fine, I suppose. We're having dinner with his parents later. Phoebe does not look excited. That bothers Sage. I'm sure Ben is looking forward to it. Phoebe gives no reaction. You think I'm cold. She notices Sage watching. But I'm human. Whatever this fated bond is, I don't feel it the same way your people do. I understand. And Sage does. That does not stop her feeling sorry for Ben. For him, Phoebe's presence is probably almost impossible to ignore. For Phoebe, Ben is still essentially a stranger. What about your parents? Ben would probably like to meet them. My mother left when I was a baby. Phoebe looks down. My father died recently. The confession hits Sage hard. I'm sorry. Suddenly, Phoebe's emotional distance makes more sense. Sage understands parental loss. Her father is alive, but after Sage's mother died, part of him seemed to disappear too. He gave his grief everything and had little affection left for Sage. My mother died too. Sage's voice becomes quiet. Sailing accident. There was a storm. Phoebe looks lonely. Sage wonders whether she looks that way when thinking about her mother. She wants to explain that sometimes she feels permanently damaged, that a piece of herself sank with her mother, that both Sage and her father became colder after that day. But saying it aloud is dangerous. Feeling it is dangerous. So Sage swallows everything. Sometimes she would rather feel nothing. Chapter 18. Phoebe drops Sage home after dark. The coffee helped. A little. Then Sage enters the silent house. The emptiness returns immediately. She moves through quiet rooms until she reaches the dining area. Noah is there. A full dinner has been arranged on the table. Candles glow between the dishes. Sage stops. I thought we could eat together, Noah says. He looks rested, composed. Only the slight uncertainty in his gaze reveals any trace of the previous night. Did you cook? A small smile appears. I'm actually good at it, unlike somebody. Sage almost laughs. Then she notices the bottle of wine. Noah follows her gaze. Without a word, he picks up the unopened bottle and carries it into the kitchen. Sage's throat tightens. He is trying, really trying. And Sage is still hiding something that could destroy everything. She should confess. Fear stops her. What if Noah hates her? What if this fragile piece disappears? Noah returns. Before Sage can speak, he approaches and cups her face. I'm sorry. His expression is open. Urgent. For last night. It won't happen again. I swear. I don't normally. Sage kisses him. The tension dissolves instantly. Noah's fingers slide into her hair. You know, he murmurs against her mouth. I am extremely sober tonight. I will definitely remember anything that happens. Sage laughs breathlessly. I mostly remember you leaving. Something playful darkens Noah's eyes. Then I clearly haven't been doing my job. He lifts her. Sage wraps her arms around him as Noah carries her upstairs. Chapter 19. Noah's fingers brush Sage's skin. Every touch sends a pleasant shiver through her. His breath moves against her hair. He presses a kiss to her temple. Sage had almost fallen asleep. Immediately her body wakes again. Things between them have been wonderful for 2 weeks. Noah no longer disappears. He has not been getting drunk. Sage no longer doubts that he wants her. There is still one problem. They have never properly discussed any of it. Whenever Sage decides they need to talk, they end up touching, kissing, losing themselves in each other. Being with Noah feels frighteningly natural. A spark always seems to exist between them. All they need is proximity for it to ignite. Is this what mating feels like? They still have no claiming marks. There should not be a completed bond. Yet when Sage runs her fingers across Noah's chest, his breath catches. His hand tightens around her waist. Their mouths meet again. Slow at first. Gentle. Then deeper. Noah kisses down Sage's neck. His teeth graze her skin. He could claim her. He never does. That question joins the growing collection of things Sage and Noah avoid discussing. They do talk. They joke. Argue. Flirt. Sage helps Noah review pack matters. But physical closeness overwhelms everything else. She loves the way Noah watches her. The way his fingers linger as though touching Sage is never enough. And Noah seems to understand her body instinctively. what she likes, what she wants, exactly where to touch. The skill might make Sage insecure if Noah did not respond just as strongly to everything she did to him. His mouth brushes her collarbone. Sage sighs. They really should talk about their future, about what this means. But when Noah is this close, nothing else seems important. Perhaps because, in those moments, nothing else is. Chapter 20. In retrospect, Sage should have known the truth about her pregnancy would come out in the worst possible way. She simply never expected Noah and Ben to learn at the same time. During a dinner party, in front of both families and half the pack's leadership, the dining room is filled with conversation. A feast stretches across the table. Noah and Sage's parents are present. Ben and Phoebe, Jess, Roy, the priest who performed Sage's ceremony, and will soon perform Ben's. Tonight is supposed to celebrate Ben and Phoebe's engagement. Sage feels tension beneath every smile. Ben sits close to Phoebe. His hand rests over hers. His parents attempt to hide their discomfort over their son marrying a human. Jess watches everything. Noah sits at the head of the table with his usual authority. Sage's attention keeps drifting toward him. Wine is constantly offered. Noah politely refuses every glass. Each time, Sage watches too closely. Eventually, their eyes meet. Hurt flickers across Noah's face. He knows she is monitoring him. He knows she still does not completely trust him around alcohol. Guilt hits Sage. She cannot stop. The memory of finding him helplessly drunk remains too vivid. Jess notices the tension too. Then Noah clears his throat. Conversation stops. We have a tradition to honor tonight. His alpha voice fills the room. As part of our engagement customs, Ben hunted a deer for Phoebe. They'll share it as a symbol of devotion. Ben stands. Then he smiles toward Sage. I thought Sage and Noah should participate too. They never had a normal courtship or engagement. The pack responds enthusiastically. Noah looks pleased. Phoebe looks far less excited as raw venison is served. Sage feels her stomach drop. Raw meat. While pregnant, she still has not visited the pack midwife. Maybe it is safe. Maybe it is not. Sage refuses to risk her child. The plate is set before her. Ben grins. I promise I chose a good deer. Don't look at my offering like that. Olivia nods approvingly. This was thoughtful, Benjamin. Sage and Noah should absolutely participate. Sage feels everyone watching. Her eyes move toward Noah. He is observing her silently. I'd rather not. The room becomes quieter. Come on, Ben says lightly. One bite. Sage's pulse pounds. Noah studies her. Olivia gives Sage a warning look. Don't be difficult. Sage's hands tremble beneath the table. She cannot escape this. I can't. Noah's expression changes. Why not? Sage meets his eyes. Because I'm pregnant. Silence lasts 1 second. Then the room explodes with celebration. Noah is beside Sage almost immediately. He lifts her into his arms. Is that true? His hands cup her face. We're going to be parents? Sage forgets everything. The joy on Noah's face steals her breath. She has never seen him this happy. Yes. She covers one of his hands. Noah smiles. Sage smiles back. For one perfect moment, nothing matters. Noah will be a wonderful father. Whatever biology says, Sage believes that. People begin congratulating them. Hugging Sage. The secret suddenly feels foolish. Why was she so afraid? The biological father does not matter. She and Noah are building a family. Then Sage's eyes meet Ben's. His expression destroys the illusion. Ben knows her too well. Later, when everyone moves into another room for coffee, Ben slips a note into Sage's palm. Meet me at our spot at midnight. We need to talk. Chapter 21. Sage waits inside the old treehouse. She and Ben built it as children. Noah later repaired their terrible construction, But the place always belonged to Sage and Ben, their private refuge. Tonight it feels like a trap. Midnight passes. Ben does not arrive. Sage's anxiety grows. There is no denying Ben fathered the baby, but Sage desperately does not want him telling Noah. Noah feels like the child's father now. He is the man Sage imagines raising the baby with. But Phoebe is human. She cannot give Ben a shifter child. This baby may be Ben's only chance to continue his bloodline. He may want to be involved. Sage checks the time. She told Noah she was tired and going to bed. Their guests will leave soon. If he finds their room empty, questions will follow. 20 minutes. Then 30. Enough. Sage climbs down. The walk back feels longer than usual. Most guests are gone when she enters the mansion. She still has time. Then Sage notices light beneath Ben's door. She hesitates. Phoebe might be inside, but Sage and Ben need to talk. She knocks. Nothing. Again. She hears Ben's voice. Muffled. Ben? No response. Unease grows. Sage opens the door. Ben is sitting on the edge of his bed, alone. His back is turned. He is mumbling. Ben? He does not respond. Sage kneels beside him. His eyes are open but glazed. He seems to be staring through the room. His words make no sense. Ben. Sage shakes him. Nothing. Fear spikes. She turns to call Noah. A hand suddenly covers her mouth. He's fine, I swear. Please don't call anyone. Sage throws the person off. Phoebe. What is happening? Phoebe raises both hands. Sage, please. Stay quiet. Then Sage notices something disturbing. Phoebe does not seem surprised by Ben's condition. Did you do this? No. But you know what happened. Phoebe closes her eyes. Nothing is wrong. I promise. Oh my God. Sage stands. I'm getting a doctor. He doesn't need one. Phoebe blocks the doorway. He'll recover. Move. Please listen. Sage's fear becomes fury. Phoebe has done something to Ben. Now she is preventing Sage from getting help. Sage lunges. Don't. Phoebe cries. You'll hurt your... Sage reaches for her. She never touches Phoebe. An invisible barrier slams into Sage. Her body flies backward. Her head strikes the wall. Pain explodes. Phoebe screams her name. Ben continues mumbling. Dark spots spread across Sage's vision. Then everything disappears. Chapter 22. Sage wakes surrounded by dust and old paper. Her head throbs. She is lying on a worn couch inside what appears to be a bookstore. Ancient books fill every shelf. Weak light filters through narrow windows. How long has she been unconscious? Memory returns. Ben. His strange trance. Phoebe. The invisible force. Sage sits up sharply. Someone moved her. Fear rises. The entire bookstore feels wrong. Heavy. Oppressive. Footsteps approach behind the shelves. Sage stands. Phoebe appears carrying tea. Sage, wait. Stay away from me. Sage backs toward the exit. What did you do? Where am I? I didn't hurt you. I brought you somewhere safe. Safe? You threw me into a wall. I didn't mean to. There's a protective spell in my locket. It reacted when you attacked me. Sage stares. A spell? Her mind catches up. Are you a witch? I'm not a witch, and I would never intentionally hurt you or Ben. Right now, the only thing I know about you is that your name is Phoebe. The woman's face falls. Sage's stomach follows. Oh my God. She stares. Your name isn't even Phoebe. No. The woman looks ashamed. It's Iris. Sage laughs once in disbelief. Why didn't you just tell me? Then she remembers Ben. Where is he? He's fine, upstairs. We brought both of you here so you wouldn't alert anyone. We? My boss. Iris looks annoyed. He should be around somewhere. Sage immediately becomes cautious. Are you holding us for ransom? What? No. Then I'm taking Ben and leaving. Sage stands despite her dizziness. Iris blocks her. You can't leave yet. So we are prisoners. No, we need to. I can't believe you did this to him. Sage points upward. He loves you. You're his fated mate. Iris looks down. No, I'm not. Sage stops breathing for a second. What? We were never mates. But Ben felt the bond. He was enchanted. Iris speaks quickly when horror spreads across Sage's face. Temporarily, the spell will end soon. Ben was magically manipulated into believing Phoebe, no, Iris, was his fated mate. Sage feels sick. Why would you do that? Fated bonds are sacred. To make someone believe they found theirs, only to tear the illusion away. What do you think this will do to him when he learns the truth? Sage steps toward Iris. He'll be devastated. You destroyed our lives for what? Calm down. Your eyes are glowing. You ruined everything. I told you, I didn't choose this. Iris's anger rises too. Do you think pretending to be some stranger's destined mate was enjoyable for me? Sage lunges. Her body freezes in midair. Cold surrounds her. Darkness. She cannot move. Will you settle down? A man speaks behind her. Invisible force pushes Sage into a chair. A tall man with messy copper hair and dark green eyes steps forward. Sage frowns. Have we met? Many times. He moves his fingers. The force holding Sage disappears. This is Adrian, Iris says. My boss. She is glaring at him. Sage barely notices. So I did see you together. She starts to rise. Adrian stops her with one look. Attack her again and find out what happens. His voice remains calm. That makes him more frightening. Sage's wolf recoils from him instinctively. You're the one using magic. Iris is completely human. That allowed her to fool everyone. Adrian is different. Any shifter would sense danger around him. Adrian is a magician, Iris explains. He grants wishes. If someone asks him for one, he can't refuse. Iris. His tone warns her. She deserves the truth. Leave. Iris stares. After everything I've done for you. I said leave. Adrian barks the command. The room seems to darken. Shadows crawl across the walls. Sage feels the temperature fall. Iris merely rolls her eyes. Jesus. Dramatic. She leaves. Adrian produces a glass of whiskey from nowhere. I'm the one who enchanted your boyfriend into thinking Iris was his mate. He drinks. He does not look particularly remorseful. Mostly exhausted. Sage remembers what Iris said earlier about Noah. Alcohol as a coping mechanism. You cast the spell because somebody wished for it. Yes. Who? I can't tell you. Adrian crosses his legs. But the wish has a time limit. Ben will believe Iris is his mate for 3 months. That period is almost over. That's not good enough. End it now. I can't. Once I grant a wish, it cannot be reversed unless I die. He drinks again. The spell will end shortly. Then Iris needs to tell him everything. She owes him nothing. Adrian's expression darkens. So does the room. She has already done enough. Leave her alone. Tears burn Sage's eyes. She cannot leave without answers. Whoever wished this harmed Ben. My alpha needs to know who did it. Adrian almost laughs. Your alpha already knows. Sage freezes. What? This was never really about his brother. Her body suddenly feels weak. What do you mean he knows? Ask him. Adrian gives Sage a thin smile. Tell your alpha we'll keep his brother here for 3 more days. Once the spell breaks, Ben can return. I'm not leaving Ben. Sage's voice shakes. And if you don't tell me who caused this, Iris will be held responsible. Enough. Adrian rises. Shadows loom behind him. I played my part. So did she. Threaten my assistant again, and there will be consequences. He waves his hand. Sage's body lifts against her will. She is pushed toward the front door. Tell your alpha exactly what I said. The door opens. Sage is thrown outside. It slams shut behind her. Chapter 23. Sage barely remembers walking home. The streets blur around her. Ben, Iris, Adrian, the wish. None of it makes sense. Who wished for Ben to believe another woman was his fated mate? Adrian said it had never truly been about Ben. Then was it about Sage? And Noah knew. How? Why? Morning slowly spreads over the horizon. Cold wind cuts through Sage. For a moment, the empty streets disappear. She is standing in a cemetery again, at her mother's funeral. The day had been cold then, too. Overcast. Sage remembers her small hand clutching her father's. He stood beside her, yet he felt impossibly far away. Sage tries to force the memory down. The grief returns anyway. Loss. Abandonment. The familiar hollow place inside her. Don't be afraid. Her mother's arms had been around Sage. Then she drowned. Sage has been afraid ever since. She simply learned how to hide it. Even from herself. She had been safe with Ben. Happy. Uncomplicated. Then someone went to Adrian and deliberately destroyed that life. By the time Sage reaches the property, Noah is already running toward her. Relief covers his face. Where were you? What happened? He reaches out. Sage steps away. Is it true? Her voice sounds empty. Did you know Phoebe wasn't Ben's mate? Noah says nothing. That is enough. How could you? Sage. I'm sorry. Noah closes his eyes. Devastation fills his face. I should have told you. Please listen. Sage cannot. She is 8 years old again, standing beside a grave, losing everything. How could you know and say nothing? She feels herself falling apart. The baby is Ben's. Noah looks at her. I know. Sage's head snaps up. You knew? Sage. Since when? Noah lowers his gaze. How long? Since my birthday. When you came into my office, I could tell immediately. Sage's world tilts. He has known the entire time. How? Noah moves closer. Come on, Sage, you know. She shakes her head. She knows nothing. I can feel when you're upset, he says. Sometimes I hear your thoughts. I know what you feel about me. Sage stares. You're mine. Noah's voice softens. And I'm yours. Sage, you're my fated mate. The words do not make sense. Fated mates recognize each other. They cannot tolerate separation. They become parts of one another. Sage has lived without Noah. She does not need him, except the thought of losing him. Sage's chest locks. If that's true, why didn't you tell me? Because I thought you knew. Noah's restraint breaks. How could you not know? I can't remember a time when part of you wasn't inside me. Sometimes I don't know where my emotions stop and yours begin. He grips her hand. I realized it when I turned 18. You were 14. Too young. So I waited. Noah breathes heavily. When you started seeing Ben, I almost told you, but you seemed happy. I convinced myself your relationship would end naturally. His expression twists. It never did. I thought you chose him over our bond. Sage feels numb. After we mated, when you genuinely asked why I hated seeing you with Ben, that was when I finally realized you had no idea. Pieces begin fitting together. Noah reacting to her thoughts. His sudden withdrawals. His ability to sense exactly what Sage wanted physically. He had access to her emotions. And never told her. I wanted to. Noah shakes his head. I was terrified you'd resent me. After all those years, you were finally mine. I couldn't risk losing you. Then Adrian's words return. The wish. Someone deliberately separated Sage and Ben. Who benefited most? Sage looks at Noah. You made the wish. Color leaves his face. You wished Ben away from me. No. Noah looks horrified. Sage, I swear. Don't lie. You knew about the magic. You kept it secret. You betrayed both of us. I didn't make the wish. I can't trust you. Sage backs away. You lied about our bond. You lied about knowing what happened to Ben, and now you expect me to believe this? Noah's face crumples. I'll never forgive you. Sage turns. She runs. She does not look back. Chapter 24. Sage returns to her father's house and locks herself inside her old bedroom. Olivia pounds on the door repeatedly. Sage gives only one answer. She will speak to nobody except Ben. Adrian said the spell would disappear completely in 3 days. Sage can wait. She is not hungry. She does not want comfort. She does not want conversation. She feels empty, exactly as she did after her mother died. When Sage first joined this pack, Ben was the one person who reached through that numbness. He sat beside her, accepted her silence, ignored her blank expressions. He did not care that Sage had no scent. He simply stayed. And just as Sage knew he would, Ben comes now. Seeing him outside her bedroom feels safe. Familiar. For the first time in days, Sage experiences something she can understand. Relief, calm, contentment. These emotions do not drown her. I'm sorry. Ben hugs her. I'm so sorry, Sage. He brings food, then sits beside her without demanding conversation. Eventually, his hand rests over Sage's abdomen, a silent promise. Whatever happens, he will be there for their child. Can we ever get past this? Ben asks later. Sage rests her head against his shoulder. We already have. Chapter 25. Sometimes, in the middle of the night, Sage's defenses weaken. And then she feels it. Loss. Pain. A wrongness so terrible it swallows everything. Her chest tightens until she cannot breathe. She becomes dizzy, nauseated. Every part of her screams that something is missing. Sage gasps, pleads, suffocates beneath emotions she refuses to name. Then she opens her eyes and forces them away again. Chapter 26. It was me. Jess stands in Sage's kitchen a week after Sage leaves Noah. Everyone else is out. Sage suspects Jess deliberately chose the timing. The blonde woman is soaked from the rain. Her usual perfection looks slightly less polished. I made the wish. Sage stares. I'm sorry. Why? Sage shakes her head. If you knew I was pregnant. I didn't. Why would you want Ben and me separated? Then Sage understands. You love Noah. Jess laughs bitterly. And you still have to ask why I did it? What did breaking Ben and me accomplish? Sage clenches her fists. Jess looks at her with almost pity. Is there truly no limit to how emotionally detached you are? What are you talking about? I did it for Noah. Jess's anger breaks through. He'd been in pain for years. I couldn't watch anymore. Sage goes silent. Noah and I were together when he realized you were his mate. Jess looks down. I loved him. I thought he loved me too. He did. He did. Until one morning when suddenly everything became about you. Jess exhales. He barely noticed you before then. You were a child, his little brother's quiet friend. Her mouth twists. Although I should have realized, he always had a soft spot for you, even when you were pale and withdrawn and had no scent. Sage says nothing. Do you know Noah was the one who asked Ben to befriend you? That gets through. What? I was there. Noah saw you from a distance and thought you looked lonely. He told Ben you needed someone. Everyone else believed Sage needed fixing. Noah thought she needed a friend. Sage remembers him from those early years. Bright, powerful. Everyone gravitated toward him. Sage did too, from afar. She never expected him to notice her. She was too young, too withdrawn, and later, as a teenager, too inexperienced to attract the future alpha every woman wanted. When Noah turned 18, he knew instantly, Jess continues. He said he could feel you, not clearly at first, but he was so happy. Jess's expression softens at the memory. He called you his perfect mate. Noah ended his relationship with Jess. Then he stopped seeing other women. He waited for Sage to turn 18. He said he would be patient, Jess explains. He didn't want to frighten you. Then Sage began dating Ben. Noah suffered, but Jess convinced him to stick to his plan. She believed that once Sage realized Noah belonged to her, Sage would leave Ben. But on your 18th birthday, you showed no sign of recognizing the bond. Jess shakes her head. Noah was destroyed. He started believing he'd imagined everything. Enough. Sage's voice barely works. Jess keeps going. She does not understand. She cannot possibly understand Sage's 18th birthday. Sage remembers it perfectly. She had looked at Noah that day and wanted him with a desperation that terrified her. Her boyfriend's older brother. Her alpha. A man always surrounded by women when Sage had only been. Noah wished her happy birthday. Asked how she felt. Then he kissed her. Sage ran. She was afraid. And she felt guilty because of Ben. Less than 10 minutes later, she went back. Her lips were still burning. Her entire body felt like it was burning. She needed Noah to touch her again. Instead, she found him kissing Jess. So Sage buried everything. That was when he started drinking, Jess says. Sage looks at her. He hid it well in the beginning. Over the years, it became worse. Sometimes I couldn't wake him for hours. Jess continues quietly. And the hookups? He says they're fun. Most of the time, he doesn't even remember the women. The glass in Sage's hand suddenly shatters. Blood runs down her palm. Jess notices. A strange satisfaction appears. So you do care? Get out. Sage turns away. Her emotions are becoming too strong. She cannot handle this. She does not want to drown again. It is too late anyway. She and Noah ruined everything. They lied. They hurt each other. Ben is safe. Familiar. They are having a child. I heard about a magician who granted wishes for a price, Jess continues. I asked him to reunite Ben with his own fated mate. Sage turns. Best possible outcome. Ben gets his mate. Noah gets his. But Adrian told me he couldn't manipulate real fated bonds. White magic protects them. His magic comes from suffering and darkness. Sage remembers the bookstore. She believes that. So instead, I wished for Ben to believe he'd found his mate temporarily, just long enough to give Noah a chance with you. Adrian warned Jess that the false mate would have to be human. A shifter would recognize immediately that Ben was not truly bonded to her. Adrian did not want an innocent human accidentally pulled into the shifter world. So Iris volunteered, Sage says. Jess nods. She agreed to play Ben's mate for 3 months. I chose that because I didn't want some stranger hurt. Sage laughs bitterly. You didn't want anyone hurt? I was desperate. I was scared for Noah. Or you hoped Ben and I would reunite afterward. Sage's eyes narrow. You thought once Noah finally had me, he'd get bored. Then he would let me go. Jess scoffs. You truly don't understand how much that man loves you if you think a brief taste of having you would ever satisfy him. Pain cracks through Sage's numbness. Noah lied. He didn't know I made the wish. Jess steps forward. Not until much later. The night you saw me bringing him home drunk, that was when... I don't want to hear it. He didn't make the wish, Sage. Jess follows as Sage walks away. You need to talk to him. This is destroying both of you. Sage shuts herself in her bedroom. Later, Ben returns. He holds her while Sage repeats that none of this changes anything. Over and over. Chapter 27. The end begins with Sage returning to the place where everything first broke. She does not know that when the car stops. All she knows is that the smell of salt and the distant roar of the ocean make her stomach twist. Her uncle Eric, alpha of Sage's former pack, is holding a celebration for a new alliance with Noah. Sage has no choice but to attend. She still is not officially Ben's mate. Although Sage and Noah never exchanged claiming bites, they completed a formal mating ceremony. Before Sage can marry anyone else, their union must be dissolved by the pack priest. And Noah has to agree. He has not. Sage looks toward Eric's property. She does not want to be here. The ocean carries too many memories. Olivia insisted Sage cannot run forever. Sage does not know what that is supposed to mean. The instant she steps from the car, familiar sea air surrounds her. The docks extend beyond the property. Her mother loved those docks. Sometimes she sat there for hours, watching the water until Sage came to find her. Sage's fingers twitch. She needs something to hold. Heavy clouds cover the sky. Storm clouds. Just like that day. The day her mother took Sage onto the boat. Sage pushes the memory down. Guests fill the property. People Sage remembers from childhood mingle with members of her current pack. Sage even recognizes a therapist she was once forced to visit. It's okay to cry, Sage. You don't need to be strong every second. Sage never cried. She smiled, said she was fine, buried everything. Today the ocean feels as though it is trying to dig those emotions back out. Sage talks when required, smiles, answers questions. Then Noah enters. She senses him before seeing him. His presence pulls at her. His scent, woodsy, clean, powerful. The low sound of his voice somewhere in the room makes Sage shiver. She tries talking to other people, tries focusing on her sister. Nothing works. Noah consumes her awareness. Sage escapes onto the terrace. Cold wind strikes her face. She needs air. She needs to get away. Sage. Noah's voice stops her. She closes her eyes. When will you approve the separation? Sage does not turn around. How much longer are you planning to make me suffer? Noah scoffs behind her. I make you suffer? His scent sharpens with anger. We haven't spoken in weeks. How do you think I feel? If you feel anything close to what I feel, then you understand why we have to separate. Noah steps into her space. Sage turns. Looking at him is a mistake. He is still painfully beautiful. Then his hand closes around her forearm. The touch burns. Too much. Not enough. This is the last thing I want. His jaw tightens. His eyes are slightly red. Unfocused. Sage's stomach drops. Have you been drinking? The answer is obvious in his posture and speech. I can't believe you. Sage tries pulling away. You promised you wouldn't. Noah laughs bitterly. And you promised you'd stay beside me and grow old with me. His voice turns rough. So I guess we both lie. Sage flinches. She tries retreating. Noah pulls her back. Then he kisses her. Weeks. It has been weeks since Sage felt him. It feels like years. A lifetime. She grabs his hair. Bites his lower lip. Noah's desire reaches her. Then his fear. His pain. The emotions hit Sage through the bond with crushing force. Stop! She pushes him. Noah glares. Ben is too kind to leave you while you're carrying his child. And you know that. He deserves someone who actually loves him. I do love him. Not the way you love me. Noah drags her against him again. He knows it. I know it. And you know it. Sage could cry, because being this close feels like finally breathing again. What you love about Ben is that you don't love him enough to terrify yourself. Noah's mouth brushes her ear. I'm having his baby! Sage shouts, the only defense she has left. You've used Ben as an emotional crutch since you were 8. It hasn't helped either of you, and it won't help your child. Sage slaps him. The sound cracks through the air. Horror follows instantly. I'm sorry. This is why they cannot be together. They bring pain out of each other. They lie. They hurt. Sage, I can feel you through our bond. Noah acts as though the slap never happened. I know you love me, and I know you're scared. Stop. I know about your mother. Sage stops breathing. I can't do this. She turns. Sage. Noah follows. Sage runs toward the stairs, descending the cliff toward the docks. Her mother taught her these stairs. Held Sage's hand on them countless times. Noah calls her name. Wind drowns him out. Sage reaches the docks. She gets into a boat without thinking. She only needs to leave. To stop feeling. To escape. She unties the rope. Starts rowing. Thunder tears across the horizon. Chapter 28. The storm swallows the sea. Sage grips both sides of the boat. Rain strikes her skin like needles. Wind whips her hair across her face. Violent waves throw the small vessel from side to side. And sitting opposite Sage is her mother. Smiling. The memory is so vivid, Sage almost believes she is real. That day years ago, they had gone onto the ocean together. The sky darkened. The storm arrived. Her mother did not seem frightened. Even as the waves tossed them, exactly like now. We should go back, Mom. Sage's voice trembles. Her mother only smiles. That smile once made Sage believe nothing bad could happen. Something did. I'm scared. Sage does not know whether she is speaking to a memory or the storm. The boat drifts farther. Thunder shakes the sky. Then, barely audible, Noah calls her name. The sound cuts through everything. Warm. Desperate. Sage looks toward the horizon. Another boat. For 1 second, the past replaces the present. Look, Mom. Daddy's coming. We're going to be okay. Then Sage looks at her mother. The smile remains. But her eyes are empty. Sage shivers. Noah. His voice comes closer. Eventually his boat appears through the storm. He is standing despite the violent water, soaked completely, shouting at Sage. Get back! His voice breaks. Sage, get back! Sage looks into the black ocean, bottomless. Her mother's arms seem to wrap around her from behind. Cold. Suffocating. Don't be afraid. Her mother strokes her hair. Sage wants to go home. Noah screams her name. Then he jumps. He lands in Sage's boat. Thunder explodes. Noah grabs her. I've got you. Sage buries herself against his chest. She is freezing, terrified. My mother. The words break into a sob. She's gone, Noah says. She can't hurt you. For a few seconds, Noah is the only thing keeping Sage inside reality. Then lightning flashes. The boat jerks violently. Sage is torn from his arms. They hit the ocean. Cold shocks through her entire body. Waves drag Sage under. For one terrible moment, she is a child again. Her mother's arms around her, pulling her down. Sage panics. Cannot breathe. Then Noah's mind touches hers through the bond. Calm. Love. Sage opens her eyes underwater. Below her, Noah is sinking. Unconscious. Blood moves from a wound on his head. Nunma. Years ago, Sage's father pulled her from the sea. You're safe. You're safe. But Sage was not safe. Her mother was still below. Drowning. Exactly where Noah is now. Except Sage is no longer a child. And Noah does not want to leave her. She knows. She has felt him. Sage dives. The darkness consumes her. Cold bites through her skin. She does not care. She follows the bond. That faint connection between them. Her lungs burn. Waves fight her. Then her hand touches Noah. Sage grabs him. She kicks upward with everything she has. They break the surface. Noah hangs limp in her arms. The storm continues raging. Sage drags him toward the boat. Somehow she gets them aboard. Noah's skin is pale. His lips blue. He is not breathing. Noah. Sage presses both hands against his chest. Nothing. Don't leave me. She pushes again. Tears mix with rain. I'm sorry. Again. And again. Noah remains still. Everyone thinks my mother died by accident. Sage's voice breaks. But I knew. She presses down on his chest. She had been hurting for years. That day, she didn't even want me on the boat. She deliberately took us into the storm. Sage sobs. When help finally came, she jumped into the water. The truth she buried for years, tears-free. I wasn't enough. Her hands tremble. She left me because loving me wasn't enough to make her stay. Sage bends over Noah. So when I turned 18 and started feeling our bond, I ignored it. Rain runs down her face. For one moment I felt your pain too, and I thought one day you'd leave me. I thought loving you would destroy me. She presses her mouth to Noah's and forces air into his lungs. But you were hurting because of me. Sage collapses over him. Because I was too afraid to tell you how much I loved you. She lifts her head. I do love you, Noah. Her voice shatters. Please forgive me. Noah coughs. Sage freezes. He coughs again, water spilling from his mouth. She pulls him against her. Noah's arms slowly close around Sage. I love you too, he whispers when he can finally breathe. On the horizon, sunlight begins breaking through the clouds. Epilogue. The bookstore looks much less frightening in daylight, although Sage has not actually entered yet. Finding it again was strangely difficult. After everything happened, Sage realized she had walked past this street several times without noticing the shop at all, almost as though something encouraged people not to look too closely. You go first. Ben nudges her forward. Sage elbows him. You go first. You're the one who wants to see Iris. What? Ben looks offended. You said you wanted to apologize. I'm a mother now. Sage folds her arms. I have a child to consider. Before Ben can answer, she adds, and we agreed you're only going to be Phoebe's fun uncle, not her father, so go first. Ben sighs and opens the door. I still can't believe you named your daughter Phoebe. The bookstore feels smaller now, less ominous. Soft daylight replaces the unnatural darkness Sage remembers. We're closed, a voice calls from the back. Sage recognizes Adrian immediately. The door was open. No answer. Sage clears her throat. Is Iris here? Silence. Then Adrian appears. He drags his feet into view. His copper hair is messier than Sage remembers. His face thinner. He is carrying a bottle with only a little alcohol remaining. Ben leans toward Sage. Is he wearing pajamas? Iris isn't here, Adrian says. He rolls his eyes. Good day. His tone clearly means the opposite. Do you know when she'll return? Ben looks nervous. I never had the chance to talk to her after everything. Adrian's green eyes harden. Right, you're that guy. He seems drunk. Very drunk. She was never interested in you. Adrian turns away. Goodbye. No, that's not what I meant. Ben looks flustered. I have a girlfriend. We both only wanted to apologize for the trouble. Sage nods, even though Adrian's back is turned. She hasn't been here for a while. His voice slows. Not that I blame her, she never agreed to spend months pretending to be somebody's girlfriend. Something in his posture bothers Sage. Don't worry. Adrian looks back with a mocking smile. She'll return eventually. She has to. You sound very confident for a man drinking in pajamas before noon, Ben says. Sage elbows him again. Adrian's mouth twists. She'll return because she's tied to me. Her father wished for it before he died. Self-hatred flashes across his face. Sage suddenly wants to go home. For one brief moment, Adrian, drunk, alone and trapped inside whatever darkness lives in his head, reminds her too much of Noah. When Sage returns home, however, Noah is perfectly fine. He is in the living room when she enters. Phoebe's upstairs. He looks smug. She smiled at me today. You missed it. Sage immediately throws herself into his arms. She buries her face against his neck. Her teeth graze the claiming mark there. Noah's breath catches. Did something happen? When his fingers touch the claiming mark on Sage's neck, her entire body relaxes against him. Is this real? She whispers against his skin. Are you mine? Noah's arms tighten. She feels his smile against her hair. Yes. His answer is clear. Certain. Yes.